For the longest time, I've invested in just four stocks, you guys. I have a very concentrated portfolio of stocks. I am not following the diversification. Now, why do I do this? Is because when I have a concentrated portfolio, I'm able to build my wealth. Whereas once I have that wealth built up, then I can diversify it to preserve my wealth. Because one thing that diversification is really good for is preserving your current wealth. It limits your downside, but it does also limit its upside. Now, would I recommend my portfolio to anybody else? Absolutely not. Of course not. It would be irresponsible of me to do so. But with my own money, if I, fail and it blows up in my face, I don't have to worry about it because it's my money. Nobody else is going to be upset over it. Now, my number one pick in my stock portfolio is Costco. And Costco is going to make up about 40% of my portfolio. Now, why did I choose this stock? It's because of its predictability. And predictability is something I value so much, having a predictable business model that you're able to make money during good times and during recessions that I'm willing to pay a premium for. Now, when I look at Costco, if you look at the revenue model of Costco, it's able to make money during 2008, 2009, 2020. So if you can handle the financial crisis and COVID, whatever happens next, although past performance does not predict future earnings, that's what they say. I have a ton of faith in Costco management. Like they have proven it in the past. I don't see why they can't do it again. So that's my personal thought process when I go into investing in Costco. And not only that, in case you guys didn't know, Costco has a very simple business model. They make their money mainly on the subscriptions, not on the actual margins on the produce. The actual products they sell it at very minimal margins, as almost like they're basically selling it to you at almost the price they bought it at. Because why? The main money makers is actually in the Costco membership. That Costco membership, a fun fact for you guys, out of 100 people that sign up for a Costco membership, about 93 of them re-sign for another membership the following year. That's a 93% retention rate. That's even better than Netflix. Like Costco is able to make money during the good times and the bad times. And not only that, its growth potential is very simple. All they have to do is essentially open more stores. Each Costco store has about 150,000 in the US, and in China where they're expanding right now, it's actually around 200,000 memberships per each store. So with that type of business model, as long as you keep on growing your membership growers, then that's your simple growth business model. And that's my thesis for why I keep on holding to Costco, because I believe there can be more Costco stores that can be open that's not going to cannibalize each other's sales. With Costco's easy business model, right? Subscription business model, its predictability in earnings, and its potential long-term growth model. This is one of the reasons why I love Costco. It's got a fortress balance sheet. It has a strong moat. It's hard to replicate what Costco is doing right now, and that's why it stays at number one pick. My second pick is Microsoft. Now, similar to Costco, I also hold about 40% of my portfolio in Microsoft. Why? Is because they have a very similar model to Costco. It's that their majority of revenue is subscription based. When you think about Azure Cloud, when you think about Xbox Game Pass, when you think about Microsoft 365, a lot of it is recurring revenue, and they are one of the leaders in business enterprises. Microsoft, in the fact that similar to Costco, they can also make money during 2020, which they have proven. So they are able to make money during recessions and during the good times. And not only that, for its long-term growth potential, you can see that they're able to keep on growing Azure. Like when you look at the most recent Microsoft earnings report, they have 12 metrics. Out of the 12 metrics, they only met on 11 of them. And the one metric that they did miss, which was Azure Cloud, they missed it by 1%. One of the fun facts about Microsoft is because of its business model being so predictable, it has an even higher credit rating than the US government. And the US government's credit rating is pretty impeccable that they can just print more money to pay off its debt. and Microsoft has a better rating than the US government. That's just, to me, it's a little bit crazy. Next two stocks, I personally picked them because I really love the company and what they do. I love their products. I probably can't live without their products, and there's a reason why. That's why I bought them. One is Google. So the reason why I love Google, I just can't live without YouTube Premium, you guys. I can just see YouTube Premium keep on going up. They definitely do make a ton of money. The only bear side about YouTube and Google is that during recessions, Google can be hit pretty tough because during recessions, not as much people advertise. Now, good part about Google is that it's also growing its cloud business similar to Microsoft. It's not at the same size or level. So I do love Google for its long-term growth opportunities. That's why I mainly picked it. It was personally a personal pick of mine, not because of its predictability, just because I love the products they have and the services they provide. They do make money, especially during the good times. They're killing it during the good times. Now, the fourth stock I do enjoy is gonna be Apple. Now with Apple, I got the Apple Watch, the Apple headphones, everything Apple, right? I just love the products they have. Long-term wise, I do acknowledge it's got the growth scare that could potentially happen. Maybe people not upgrading the phones as much because the phones are already so good, right? And maybe people don't want to upgrade just because the phone is made out of titanium or a different metal, essentially. One thing I do enjoy about Apple, especially during this time, is that when if we happen to get into a recessionary period, Apple has such a huge amount of cash balance that they won't need to borrow money. They can sufficiently feed themselves during this recessionary moment if it were to happen. And also, one thing about Apple is that because it keeps on buying its own stock buybacks, it gives you a set floor on how much how much the stock will lower down. That's another aspect of why I picked this stock. I do love its products. Both Google and Apple are in the same boat. I keep them at around 10% of my portfolio balance each. My thesis will only change if the products on these two companies do change. If I no longer love Apple products, if I no longer love what's happening on YouTube, on Google products, then I will change my portfolio. But I've held these stocks since 2020. I just dollar cost average it. I don't time the market, and so far it's been working out great for me. I love my companies. During this past 2 weeks, the market has been panicking. I've been able to sleep well at night knowing that I hold these companies. That's my golden 4 companies that I hold into. Microsoft and Costco are my 2 big portfolio holders, and then with Google and Apple being about 10% each. If this video has helped you at all with giving you a fresh perspective on stocks, I would definitely appreciate a like or a subscription. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and then we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.